Hi students, today I am going to explain what are eclipses. So eclipses in our solar system, we know that sun is the only luminous body. What do you mean by luminous body? Luminous body means which can give light on its own. It's called luminous body. So sun only can give its own light. Earth, moon and other planets are all non-luminous. What are non-luminous? They cannot give light. They only can reflect light from the sun. So they are visible only when light falls from the sun, falls on them and gets reflected. So the moon and other planets like Earth, only they are visible when the sun light falls on them and it gets reflected. We know that the Earth and all the other planets revolve around the sun. Even the moon revolves around the Earth. So during this revolution, what happens? The Earth, the moon and the sun will all come in the same plane. Means they all lie in the straight line. In this situation, what happens? The Earth's shadow will fall on the moon or the moon's shadow will fall on the Earth. In thus situations, eclipses will be formed. So there are two possibilities of eclipses. What are they? Solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. So we will just see what is solar eclipse and lunar eclipse in detail. So the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse are just purely celestial events. Means because of the movement of these bodies, these eclipses occur. It is not good or bad events. So just we'll see what is solar eclipse. When the moon comes between sun and the earth. So when the moon comes in the middle of the sun and the earth, the part of the earth covered by the shadow of the moon, what happens? So this will block the some part of the earth. See here. So and the shadow will form. The moon's shadow will form on the earth. So the shadow of the moon becomes dark during the daytime and sun is not visible for there for some time. Because of this, the sunlight will not be visible for some time and this is called solar eclipse. So just remember, when the moon comes in the middle and it blocks the sunlight on the earth, it is called solar eclipse. And only a part of the earth gets covered by the shadow of the moon. Why? Only the part of the earth covers with the shadow of the moon, because moon is very small compared to earth. The part of the earth that falls in the umbra region of its shadow does not receive any light from the sun for some time and experience total solar eclipse. So again, in solar eclipse there are two types: total solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse. What is total solar eclipse? Where the shadow will be very dark, full light will be blocked, and the part of the earth in which the umbra region, that is called umbra region, where it will not receive any light, full dark, it is called total solar eclipse. So around it will be 1 kilometer per second, and the position of the shadow also changes very fast. So shadow changes very fast. So the total eclipse, solar eclipse, lasts for only a minute or two, and the part of the earth that falls in the penumbra region will experience a partial solar eclipse. A solar eclipse occurs only on a new moon day, as the dark side of the moon faces the earth. So here we have to remember 2 points: when the moon comes in the middle of sun and the earth, and total solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse. Total solar eclipse is full dark region where the full light is blocked in the umbra region, and in the penumbra region partial solar eclipse, and it lasts only for 1 or 2 minutes, and it occurs on new moon day. New moon day means on where the moon is not there. Okay, that is new moon day. Then total solar eclipse, the sun is completely blocked by the moon. That is total solar eclipse. Partial solar eclipse, the sun is partially blocked by the moon. Then annual solar eclipse occurs when the tip of the umbra falls on the earth. So this tip of the umbra falls on the earth during an annular solar eclipse. The sun does not appear at all. We cannot see the sun full. Only a bright ring of light here. Bright ring of light called corona is visible. It appears if there is a diamond ring shining in the sky. We cannot see sun. We can see only this part, yellow part, and this is a ring of light called corona, and so it looks like a diamond ring shining in a sky. So this is about solar eclipse. Now we will see what is lunar eclipse. So when the earth comes in between the sun and the moon. So when the earth comes between sun and the moon, the shadow of the earth falls on the moon. So we cannot see the moon and moon becomes invisible. This is called lunar eclipse. When the moon lies completely in the umbra region. When the moon is covering the umbra region, then we cannot see any part of the moon because it did not receive any light from the sun. So it is called total lunar eclipse. So when it is in the umbra region, same like solar eclipse. So it is called total lunar eclipse. When the moon lies in the penumbra region, we can see little part of the moon, and it is called partial lunar eclipse. As the moon begins to enter the umbra, the part of the moon inside the umbra becomes invisible. The part of the moon which is in the penumbra is called partial lunar eclipse. So the moon then becomes to come in the umbra region on the other side. So as it enters the penumbra, it becomes gradually visible. In the umbra, we cannot see the moon full, but in the penumbra, partially we can see. So it's called partial lunar eclipse. So it occurs on full moon day as the bright side of the moon faces on the earth. So